What's going on, coaches? Thomas here from MyCoach Ai, and today in this video I want to go through a couple bulk actions that we can do in our coaching to help us stay efficient, and a couple things that we can just do in general for a group of clients, with a group of clients whenever needed. Because let's be honest, who wants to go through 4 clicks times 60 clients if you can just do the 3 clicks and do it for all 60 clients at the same time, or 600 clients for that matter, right? That's the great thing about doing things in bulk, that it's generally just super scalable. So a couple of examples of things that we can use the MyCoach AI system for to just do in bulk, which are things that often needs to happen manually, especially if you're using a bunch of different tools for your coaching business. The more tools you use and the more diversified you are in all of the different tools that you use, often the less that you can do in bulk and automate. So a couple examples today of what we can do in bulk inside of MyCoach AI. And it all starts with programs, because assigning programs in bulk is an incredibly useful tool for a lot of different reasons, but especially inside of MyCoach AI, because programs can be so much more than just a simple workout split, all right? Programs are really ways to craft certain client journeys. So programs can either be used for, programs themselves, a workout split combined with a couple other things, but they can also be an onboarding week. They can be a free trial that you have set up. They can be a challenge that you're running. And for that reason, being able to assign those in bulk is going to help you by running these in bulk, right? Especially some of the examples that I just gave of running a free trial or doing a challenge. Imagine you have 200 challenge participants that signed up. Awesome, great job. But now what if you have to do all of those manually, right? That's obviously not the most efficient solution. So in order to assign programs in bulk inside of MyCoach AI, very simple to do. Just whenever you have the program built already, and once again, just to show you, build things in a calendar view, right? So it can be a 2-week free trial, after which they get locked out of their account. It can be a challenge that you're running for 30 days. So you build out the 30-day challenge, and then you onboard all of your clients. But instead of now individually assigning those programs, the most efficient way to run it is by having that template ready. And then from your very storage drive area where you have that program saved, instead of going to an individual client's account and assigning it, you're just going to go to the 3 dots and add bulk add to clients. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because of course we get to choose our start date, but what we also get to do in the step after that is select clients in multiple ways. So doing it in bulk doesn't just have to mean every single client, of course, right? What you can of course do is search for specific clients. Way more efficient than going individually, even if it's just a few clients, but also doing it, for example, by tag, which is really useful. If you want to go invite your clients for this challenge, and when you send the invite, you attach a client tag here to it that says challenge, right? And we created that tag, then it's super easy for you to take that same program, bulk add to clients, and then select by that challenge tag that obviously for now we have not created yet, but you simply select by those tags, and every client that falls under that tag will be added to it. So it's a great way to automate, run things a lot quicker. Again, challenges, free trials, these type of things is especially what that is super useful for. Now, another really useful thing that we can do in bulk is here in the MyCoach AI settings. And if you're not super familiar with the MyCoach AI system yet, you may ask why you would need to do things in bulk with settings, but that's because, quick reminder, the global settings is the standard set of settings that applies to any new client coming in, and then you can individually adjust things per client in their client profile. But we set up here in the default client settings, this part right here, we set up any default settings that should apply to any new client coming in. But it also means that if you have already onboarded a bunch of clients but now need to make an adjustment, that you need a quick way to update all of those client profiles instead of just going into them individually. So a great way to do that is through the global settings and the default client settings, where you will notice that all of these sections have a button that says sync to clients. And that of course can happen in bulk. See the same options here, search for clients or do it by tag. Even of course, all clients, right? Super easy to do. Now, what that means is that, and I accidentally just exited the settings, if we go into, say, for example, our default check-in, so we decide that our check-in actually requires an extra question that we want to throw in there, we can absolutely do so really easily by updating the default check-in form right here in the global settings. And then once we are done with making the changes, we simply say sync to clients, all clients or a certain group of clients, and we confirm and sync it to those client profiles. Now, there's a lot of stuff that can happen in these default client settings, right? Updating a check-in form is just an example, but if we want to set up new auto messages that send out at certain moments with triggers, we can bulk update that to clients. Even the default recurring schedule of standard things that pretty much all of our clients should be doing, we can update in here. And any of these other settings that, of course, in other videos we go through in more detail. That is also a great way to do things in bulk. Keep it efficient. Don't go into each individual client profile managing these things if you can just simply do it in bulk by tag, by all clients, by searching them. Okay. The last piece that I'm going to show for today that we can do in bulk is messaging. Maybe one of the most obvious ones, but also probably one of the most useful ones. Now, don't get mistaken, we do have group messages in MyCoach Ai as well, right? But the big difference with something like a group chat with maybe all of your clients in it and a bulk message is a bulk message sends out individual messages to each client in their individual back and forth messages with you. Right? Which is really useful as well. In a group setting, that means that everyone can see it, everyone can respond to each other and these type of things. If you don't want that, you just want to send out an announcement or an update or anything like that to all of your clients or a group of clients, a bulk message is a great way to do it. No more copy pasting things, hopping over from one chat to another. You just simply do it in bulk. So again, announcements are a great example. You just write your message in here and maybe an announcement would go out to all clients. Or maybe you're doing something cool like a webinar, but it's really more so for your advanced clients. So in that case, you simply select tag with advanced and all of your clients that fall under that tag will be selected. And then you write your message announcing your webinar that you're doing for the advanced clients. And so it selectively sends it out to those groups of people, but still doing it in bulk instead of to individual clients, just making you a lot more efficient. And here counts too, of course, you can just search for the specific clients as well. Even if it just has to go out to a few people, very easy to search them up by name here. Simply add them in, right? And then you send it out to the group that you have selected it to. So those are just a few examples of things that we can do in bulk in the MyCoach AI system. Keeps us a lot more efficient, keeps us scalable. At the end of the day, the less click, the better, and the less time we spend on it, the better. So these are some examples of how we can do that. If you want to know more about the MyCoach AI system, just go to our website. We have a really cool demo showing a lot more of the features, or you can just start a free trial and check these things out for yourself and see how MyCoach AI can make your business more efficient and scalable. And if not, see you in the next one.